All right. Okay, so we're going to talk about coffee in this video because I think, America really has like a serious problem since this article here says that coffee can cause hallucinations. And this one says that coffee is America's most popular drug, that approximately 90% of Americans use. I'm not one of them. I'm not a coffee drinker. So we'll just read this paragraph here. That's right, a drug. Scientists have classified caffeine as a psychoactive drug that can alter moods and behavior, known medically as trimethylxanthine. Caffeine, in its pure form, is a white, bitter-tasting powder. While it is naturally found in chocolate, coffee, and tea, caffeine is also added to many soft drinks and medications. Caffeine is a mild stimulant of the central nervous system and can be found in over 60 species of plants. It affects you in a similar way that amphetamines, cocaine, and heroin stimulate your brain. Although it has a much milder effect, caffeine has the same addictive qualities as these other drugs. Oh, it has medicinal purposes? Wow. It's addictive, but it has medicinal purposes? Couldn't imagine that. Anyway, seeing as I don't personally use coffee, I think that we should actually have a federal ban on coffee. Think about it. Look, it's in this article right here. It says people who take in caffeine, the equivalent of 3 cups of brewed coffee, which is what most people drink more than that, are more likely to hallucinate. A new study suggests the researchers found that people with a caffeine intake that high, whether it came from coffee, tea, chocolate, caffeinated energy drinks, or pills, had 3 times higher tendency to hear voices and see things that were not there than those who consumed the equivalent of a half cup of brewed coffee. Though most people who drink loads of coffee are not known to hallucinate seriously, when these types of experiences interfere with daily functioning, they are considered to be psychotic. 7 cups of instant coffee contains 315 milligrams of caffeine. That translates to about 6 cups of tea, 9 colas, 4 Red Bulls, and about 1.5 cups of coffee at a boutique cafe. 90% of Americans are hooked. I mean, we've got to immediately this is like ruining, everything in America. I mean, there's never been a country that's allowed people to drink coffee and then they still had like an economy and all that other stuff that's never existed. Caffeine exacerbates stress. Wonder why everyone's all stressed out all the time? Maybe it's because 90% of you are drinking coffee. Seriously. I mean, I'm anybody who says they're going to ban coffee, I will vote for you immediately, because I think it's time for all of these coffee drinkers to stop walking around our society hallucinating, thinking that they can get free buses and that, ghosts are visiting them at the night and scratching their bodies up and stuff like that. Maybe it's because they just drink too much coffee. I mean, sure, there are some medicinal uses, but you should have to register with the government and be put on a list where if they decide, tomorrow we're going to change the laws and make it so that then you'll just be on that list. And then we can come and arrest you. When we decide to make coffee illegal, then we'll just come and arrest you, all of you. Right? Because that's how it works, right? As long as you don't do it, right? As long as I don't like coffee, so let's just do a federal ban on coffee, because I can scientifically prove that it's a psychoactive drug that alters mood and behavior. Right? It's addictive. It alters your central nervous system, and it works the same way as amphetamines, cocaine, and heroin. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I've got a doctor right here saying it, so it must be true. And so therefore, we must put a federal ban on coffee. And anyone caught drinking more than a half a cup of coffee should immediately be put in jail. Immediately. So, yeah, that's it. You know, federal ban on coffee. That's the way to go. I think we need to do that immediately. Immediately.